Okay, DNA reveal. The mitochondrial DNA inherit from your mom. Hi, everybody. This is Beachcricket. You haven't heard from me in a while. That's because I've been really busy. Anyway, it's Christmas time. Got the tree up and just been enjoying doing that kind of thing right now. I'm sure y'all were doing the same thing. Anyway, on the Ancestry.com that I got, I'm going to update you on that. It's pretty interesting. I took an Ancestry DNA kit a while back and I got the results, and it was pretty much what my family has been telling me all these years. So I'm going to share that with you so you can see what kind of mix up I am. I've been having a lot of fun getting the house set up for Christmas. Here's the tree. And this is the little package table for friends and associates at work. So I'm just doing it this way. It's easier. Get them ready and have them stacked right here. And my pretty archway I have. I'm having some drama over there with the kids. If you can hear them, I'm sure. We have this little ledge decorated. Let me see what's going on over here. Let's just kind of pan over here. Riley. And there's Lucinda. But y'all haven't met my newest member. There he is. That's Teddy. I had a friend that called me and said that she had gotten a cute little Chihuahua pup and that her landlord wouldn't let her have it. So she called me up and said, "Can you take him?" And I'm like, "Oh, of course." So now I've got 3 amigos here. And you could tell they sometimes get along, but for the most part they do. They play and have a good time together. So that's my girls and my little boy now. Huh? Lucinda? Teddy? What you doing, Teddy boy? And Riley. My little matriarch. She's 8 now. Aren't you, Riley? He's only 4 months old. And Lucinda will be a year old in January. So that's my little group right there. I have a heated blanket on the sofa so that they can stay warm. They also like the fireplace. I got a little fireplace, TV there. And here they go. I love poinsettias, so I've got some hanging up right below my spider plant. And the kitchen table in here. Here we go. Oh, I got a new refrigerator. Put that little decal on there. Kind of fits me. Yep, got a big one now. Instead of the small, little, tiny refrigerator that I had in the van and in the bus, it was time to upgrade. And my front door has a nice little Christmas decoration here. And outside, let me go outside here. I've got some little lights up here. And I have some alongside my little fence out here. These are solared out here, so they kind of, if the sun's not really, really bright, they tend to go out pretty quick. But yeah, I've got them on the fence all the way down. We didn't get much sun today, so my little starbursts and other little lights I have here These also light up. They're little wands with little balls on the end of them. When they're all lit up, it's really, really pretty. So that's it. And I have my little lights going crazy on side of the house with the Christmas. Yeah, I like that. It looks really cute. Last year I had my snowflakes. I'm going to put the snowflakes up at work. We have a little blow up little thing, and I'll show you that later. But it doesn't light up, and so it needs something. So I'm going to bring that one up there. But yeah, this is the home front, and it's really dark. Doesn't show up as bright as it is, but oh well. You get the gist of it. I had the light setting wrong. That's why it wasn't showing up so much. There you go. You can kind of see it better now. I have this new scooter and it does everything. It's great. It has all the bells and whistles. So it's easy to scoot around town in. But yeah, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas around here. Yeah, so there we go. Well, I'm going to get ready for work because I do work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm the night auditor at a hotel, and so I have to be there. I got a good shift though because I work primarily Tuesday through Sunday. Turns into having Sunday day off and Monday off, and so I love it because I can watch all my football games. Yay! Go Steelers! We're not doing that great. Oh well. They're trying, and I'm still rooting for them, so I'll always be a Steeler girl. Anyway, I'm going to go to work. I'm getting ready now, and that way I'll have some time to tell you all about Ancestry. So stay tuned. I find it very fascinating. They actually break everything down. As you can see, I am 57% England and Northwestern Europe. The next one is Scotland at 21%. The next one is Germanic Europe, which is 15%. The Sweden and Denmark is 3%. Norway is 2%, and so is Wales. So I pretty much knew that would be probably my scenario. So they break it down so you can actually see where you came from. So here it is. This is where my ancestors started. And then beyond that, who knows? But anyway, this is where they started. And then they kind of slid over to America. So it's pretty interesting to look at everything. And they're all so close together. So, you can see how the melding of the different regions came together. So that was fascinating to me. So I was wondering, what is England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe DNA? Where do they originate from? And it's just amazing that it all boils down to the original modern inhabitants were of the region where the Celtic tribes are formed. And it's so fantastic because I've always had just a strong link to anything Celtic. So with the Vikings and just all of that. So I can truly relate to having that in my DNA. There we go. I put my snowflakes on it. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? And I got my ride sitting right there, parked. That's how I get around this town. It's wonderful instead of driving a big old bus. I think it turned out good. This is my jug. We decorated in here, so it looks really nice. Yeah, I think it turned out really good. That's my spot right there. Part of the lights went out in the tree already. Well, darn it. It's still pretty. It's Christmas time. Now, this is a picture of my mother. This is Mary Lee Mason. She was about 16 at this time. And I love this picture of her. It's just beautiful. Now, the Mason clan that she came from, I have found out that England is strong with the Mason name. And so I really went back a lot with her lineage and with our lineage. And it has been an amazing journey, to say the least. I have found a lot of things that I did not realize that we had as our ancestors. Now, this is my father. His name is Gerald Wayne Yoho. And I know that last name sounds very unusual. And the origin is of Swiss descent. Now, the Yoho lineage has been very, very interesting tracing back. We have people from France, Sweden, Germany, and England, Netherlands, Denmark. I mean, it really has produced a wealth of information looking back at how my ancestors, our ancestors, got here to America. What is so interesting when they break down your countries, all you have to do is just click on the percent that they have. And on this one, it was for Scotland. And so I went over here and clicked on it, and when it brought it up, it brings up the whole 21% of what it covered, which is fantastic. See, there's part of France where we came from. And Scotland was a huge, I mean, huge discovery because, first of all, there was never ever any mention of us having any Scottish ancestry. So when I got that back and it's number 2 as far as the strongest in my DNA, I was like, wow, how awesome. And so, it makes sense with me mostly being from England, and everything's so close together. They melded together, they moved around, they got to know some folks. But anyway, when I started doing my research, I found a lot of ancestors in Scotland with many, many titles. Blew me away. Had no clue that was in my ancestry. So anyway, I have to explain that one to you. Also, when you push on the percentage, which it was 21%, it brings up a window, and it explains the different places that you're from. And of course, it tells that. It's just amazing that they give you all this information so easily. I was just blown away at that. It was just fantastic. So you can go, whoops, where is my little arrow? Here we go. Go back to my ethnicity estimate. And like, for instance, I'm going to hit on England and see it brings up England in Northwestern Europe, my percentage, and then it brings up a map, and I am the dark green. That's where my DNA comes from. Stronger in that area. So when you have like 57%, it says that your estimate is usually right at 57%, but it can range from 48 to 68%. So isn't that amazing? Wow. Too cool. And then when I clicked on my Germanic Europe ancestry, the dark red is where my DNA ancestors are from. But I just love it that it shows everything about it, and you can also click on learn more about this map and everything, and it brings up more history about Germany and everything that was going on there. So loving it. This is my Sweden and Denmark area, and the darkest purple is where my ancestors are from. It just is mind-blowing to me that they can do all of this just on your DNA. Wow. And this is my Norway, and the Norway is the darker kind of orangey brown where my DNA is from. Nobody over there in Iceland? Okay. And my last one is Wales. So it's the darkest green is where my DNA comes from. Well, they sure did like the seaside. Makes sense to me since I'm the beach cricket. Yeah, love being by the water. Now, on my mom's side, on the Mason side, I've gone all the way up to Mr. John William Mason is the last one that I could get to. And you see the dates. 1614 is when he was born. 1665 is when he died. And what I like about this is, of course, you get to see who they all are down the line and if there were any, specifics about each one. But you have their wives too. See those little green leaves? What that is are little hints. And you click on to them and you can check them out and see based on the data, the hints, what they're providing, documents, whatever, or from other people that have placed them as their relatives and have the facts behind them. You can see whether or not that person is related to you. It's really fun. And that's how you do all this. Isn't that a nice, impressive coat of arms there? Yeah. Very nice. Now on my father's side, the Yoho, Johannes, which is John, this is the last one I could get to, and it was 1658 when he was born, 1735 when he passed away, and you can see the coat of arms up there. There's 3 different ones, and this is his son and his son's wife. These 2 are the ones that came to America. They got on a ship. They went to England. They're not from England, but they went to England I believe they were in France at the time. And they went to England to get on a ship that's called the Snow Two Sisters. And they left there in 1738 and they went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at that time. So these are the Yohos that came to America. It's awesome. And his wife, Susanna, her line helped me find that we are through a line that came from Germany. See there? That's what's fun. You go through each one and just keep, like a lot of these wives, you keep going up. See, like this one didn't have a mother or father when I clicked up on it, but like, let's try Margaret right here. Okay, we had that one, obviously didn't have one. All right, so we're going to try Annabelle. So you click on, and there you go, and it just keeps going. And that's how you can keep tracing back to all your lineage and find out what you're going. See, like sometimes you'll only find one parent, and then when you go into the files and look, you can add the other parent. See, you can tell that through this lineage, here starts showing, you know, that flag, that's Scotland. So here comes some Scotland. And it's really, it's just so fascinating because you just keep going and going. See, there's the plaid. That's the Scotland line here. Okay, nothing on that side. Nothing on that one. See, and when you just keep going down the line like that, and that's what I've done with both sides. On the Yoho side and the Mason side, I check out their wives because they're relatives. You know, they've got the blood in there from all the Ancestry DNA, so it gets mixed up and you get to see all your lineage of who you came from. And it's quite fascinating. It's just so interesting. You just keep clicking and then do your research and check it out. And you find some of the most interesting things like I have. I'm going to just do this one here. Let's see. I'm just going to click on it right now just so you can see. Here we go. We have France and we have Switzerland. So you get the gist and see the little leaf up here. That's 12 hints relating to this ancestor of mine that can substantiate some of the history so that you can check it out. So it's just so fascinating. I just love it. And a lot of times people who have already uploaded will have pictures, and like this is a headstone right there. I believe that looks like a castle. So let me show you some more. Isn't this fun? Now you can see where a lot of these are people, ancestors that were born in the 1500s and died either, you know, in the 1500s or early 1600s. It's just amazing to me, and all the coat of arms. Now, usually when you click on and you get this information and you find that it's correct, these have been already put in because you get your hints and you look, and so these images are already there. So it makes it a lot of fun seeing what all the pictures are available for you to check out each person, and then their titles and things like that. It's just so amazing. Like right here, you see Sir John H. Palmer, and let me see if I click on it. You're going to see that this is when he came. That's what's amazing. He arrived in 1637 in the Massachusetts colony, you know, when they came over for that particular time. And but he was born in Somerset, England, and then he eventually died in New Hampshire, but it's stuff like that that's just amazing. And a lot of these, when you hit the profile button right here, just hit that profile button, it will pull up different things about the person. So it shows that he came in 1637 to Massachusetts when he was born. He's my 14th great grandfather. Isn't that amazing? And it tells, it has a timeline and has some history and all that kind of stuff. And it'll pull up different things about like the death of the mother here and the death of the daughter. So it's just amazing. I love using Ancestry.com. It's not only just fun to find out where you came from. I'm really blown away. I didn't really anticipate all that I have found so far. Yeah, this is really, it's addictive too, y'all. It's really funny. You're like, what? No way, you know, and then you keep digging and digging, digging. You find something else out, and you're like, this is unbelievable. Excuse me, I'm shaking the camera. But yeah, just so you know, I'm just, trying to show you a little bit of how you use this and what you can find out. Isn't it just outstanding? Wow. It's like when you find things like this. This guy, he's from England, and he was a knight. Wow. 1500s. He was born then and died in 1578. And here we go again. Another knight. I'm just loving it. Loving that profile pic. It is just too cool. And here we have another relative from England. And he's a vicar. How about that? And this one is a high sheriff. And this is in England. Isn't that great? So cool. Okay. This is my 12th great grandfather. And he was the fourth Earl of Thomond, Lord of Ibracken. How about that? Tipperary Island is where he died. That's amazing. And I have an earl with a castle, Weems Castle, John Weems, Earl of Weems. And I have looked up this castle. It's really nice. It's still there too. Gosh, isn't that something? And we have James V, King of Scotland. And he was slain in battle. Just unreal finding all this stuff. Scotland heritage. Wow. So it has been such an interesting, fun ride going back in time and seeing where I come from. Wow. I am impressed. I am blown away. I had no idea. I guess nobody ever does. But knights, kings, queens, archbishops, ladies, dams, I mean, doctors, lawyers. Wow. I mean, a lot. And knights. I even today found a tribe, an Indian tribe, 2 chiefs. Way back, I'm talking 15 something. I got to investigate that. I haven't had time to do the research on that yet, but whoa. See, I always thought I had some Indian in me somehow, and I've been searching and searching. I've been doing this for days, y'all. I'm addicted. it's so it's so fascinating. I've been looking at my ancestors' castles online. A lot of them are still there, still in fantastic shape. I mean, they've been taken care of. There's a couple of them that are, fragments of what they used to be. But, wow. I just cannot believe it. I just didn't expect such a treasure chest full of amazing people that I come from. It's just mind blowing. You just don't expect that kind of gift. Anyway, I really encourage you to try it if you're interested in history and you're interested in maybe where your roots are, and it's really it's really fun. I've always liked history. It's always been a favorite of mine. I mean, I used to, as long as I can remember, I mean, my friends used to think I was weird doing this, but I liked it. It was fun. It was the history. I would go to graveyards, cemeteries all the time and wander through there and see who was there, see what the history was. And I've learned a lot through walking through cemeteries. It's always been kind of fun. I mean, it's not creepy to me at all. It's just history and beautiful people that, well, maybe some of them aren't so beautiful. Some of them might have been meanies, but for the most part, we're going to say they were beautiful people that roamed this earth and had experiences just like we are. And so, yeah, you can learn from them even when they're not here any longer. So blown away big time. I just had no idea. I'm still learning every day because I go in there, I'm addicted to it, and I go and check and investigate. I'll see something that I'm interested in or a name that catches my, I'm like, wait a minute, didn't I read about her in history? Yeah. And watching some of the stuff about some of these people, and some are on Wikipedia, for goodness sakes. Wow. So it's been fun. I mean, it would have been fun even if I hadn't been related to these magical people. I mean, all people are magical in their own way and what they have to give, and they got you here. We're all here because of our ancestors. So they worked and struggled hard, and that's what's interesting too. Is by doing this research and going through and seeing who you're related to and the times that they have lived through, and you learn a lot. I mean, it's so fascinating to see what was going on at that time, their struggles, and how they dealt with it, and the times what they had to go through, and for them to persevere and keep on trucking, keep on going, and keep the line, going as well, and make it all the way down to me. I'm here because of them, and it's very humbling. It really is, and it's really exciting to learn about who you came from. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. I hope that you enjoy this, and hey, go with Ancestry if you're going to do a DNA test, because they have a bigger, wider data um, bank on all the information, and so that's why I went with it. I I think you'll really like this exploration, And wow, based on all that I've seen, I mean, y'all only got a little touch of it. I only showed you a little bit. Um, no wonder, no wonder I am who I am. It makes a lot of sense to me now, looking at it, and makes perfect sense in me wanting to explore and you know, doing the nomad life for 7 years. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense from what I come from. It's in my blood. It's in me. So anyway, I'm going to sign out. Beach Cricket says goodbye, and who knows when I'll bring another video. You know me. Lately, I'm so on a different plane than I have when I was out there traveling all the time. But I do appreciate you watching still and keeping the connection. Okay. All right. Bye bye, everybody. We'll see you later. See you in the next video, whenever that is. Bye.